mid-sized enterprises. So it's quite where you can find the opportunity in the expanding China market. It's quite depending on the brands which you are. One hand for industry manufacturers and for example for machine industry, pharma and chemical industry and electros and ITs products. But on the other hand, there is other companies who provide consumer products and service such as Swiss watches and chocolates. So here I would like to focus on the manufacturers and service for the industry, which I'm more familiar with. So here you see the Chinese steel production output in the last 8 months. So energy savings, new energy, for example, wind and solar energy, as well as environmental protections technology are area which would prioritize brands to develop in China. So we think for especially for steel productions, building industry, and car manufacturers, there should be a lot of opportunities for the Swiss SMEs. As you know, China is still a developing country with an area imbalance of the economic development. For example, between large cities and small towns, and between the East Coast and inner and west province. So you have a different area, different customers. So the customer needs are also in wide range and pretty different. By using your market knowledge and finding out the market chance, so step by step you can set up your target and strategy to establish your China business. So here you see the car productions and the market of building industry. So now for comparisons and competitions of the large companies versus the small and mid-sized companies. Here, so the MNC means multinational corporations. So I think Sika is belong to the first one, and comparing to the small companies. So the advantage of the large multinational companies have mostly come early to Chinese market, and they have all marketing resource and established so the relationship, Guanxi and government relations, and they have also a big bank, big brands for their products. So this disadvantage against the small and mid-sized enterprises are inflexible in marketing product change and product fit, and they are slow in the localization and related decision making. And also they have higher overhead costs for multi-layers organization. So the difficulties and problems for the small and medium-sized companies are usually as following. The small companies look Chinese market with little knowledge and have less resource, even no network. So they can have competitive products but lack of marketing power. Therefore, they have a little influence to Chinese customers. The Chinese buyer compares no branded foreign products usually to the small, to the similar domestic products. So that means you have you have a low price comparisons to the domestic companies. And also, the business is possible for building partnership. It is possible to make the regional level overwhelmed. How is the bureaucracy and how is the standard? These questions are often trouble the small companies. But on the other hand, for the SME, you have also opportunities. The small companies may not be afraid of narrow margin, unique business culture. For the small companies, they are flexible to produce products fast and can become their key strengths. When the sense of opportunity comes, small companies should quick to decide and modify its product to match the Chinese customers' requirement and the environment. So the important thing is to find out your customers' needs. That's especially in the market interest phase. The China business for small companies start by finding a local partner, which need not to be a big company. First goal, together with the Chinese partner, should be building foothold into China by making first half year. So the important issue is product fit. So according to your customer requirement, you should show your flexibilities. If the small company can position itself in China's market with one particularly strong product, its reputation will get established, and Chinese customer will be impressive. So there are already success cases in the rapid market acquisition and adaptation. So one word to the business culture is often questions about the culture in China. The Chinese business culture is unique and different. People may be complicated. Maybe they have different priorities. But actually, according to our experience, every culture and each business case have its own complications that you need from case to case to learn. So here I take one of the success stories.